Here are a few things that you need to be aware of if you are a small space gardener. You are going to need to perpetually prune your plants. And that is leaves, any extra branches that aren't going to produce fruit. Staying on top of it is going to make your life a little easier in the long run. And alongside pruning comes airflow. Plants that don't have enough airflow end up being very sick plants. You don't get to be a cool plant mom. You actually have to train your plants and tell them which way to go. If you can see in my garden, I have a branch that's gone all the way off to the side, and then I have two more that are not supported by the trellis. Not to mention this guy that is just all in my path. And along the same lines of training, anything that vines needs to be tied. This guy is not, so you can kind of see that he's going wherever he wants. Look at that mess. Next thing is your watering schedule. Yes, you have a tiny garden, but you do have to stay on top of your watering, especially if you're watering, especially if you're growing inside of pots. Pots like the hanging one I have here, there, or even these ground pots are going to dry out significantly faster than any of my raised beds. So whereas it's Texas, water my raised beds about once a day, I'm constantly refreshing the water inside these pots because they don't have a large water reservoir and these plants will dry out quickly. My last point is something you have seen across my entire yard. You have to plan to grow vertically. I don't have the ground space to grow all of these plants, but what I do have is enough upward space that I can make it up. So if I were to grow this melon on the ground, it would need about 20 or so square feet of growing space. I don't know where you see 20 square feet of growing space, so I could put that in, but I don't have it. So it is trained and trellised up. Same thing with this cucumber, the passion vine, and as you've seen, my tomatoes. Obviously, tomatoes want to get tall, but these are plants that will sprawl. They're perfectly fine to touch the ground and hang out on the ground. We don't want that because we want to eat their food, the fruit. So we want to train them up and keep them off of the ground. I hope those tips were really helpful to you, especially if you are a small space gardener or you grow like I do, which is overcrowding. I'm going to head in the house because it is hot here in Texas. It's only like 10 a.m. and it's already like disgusting outside. So have a great rest of your day. If you like this content, like it below. Subscribe if you're still here at the end, and I really do appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your day, guys.